That's your
like
higher
whatever I
consciousness.
need from a
It's your higher
therapist,
self.
for sure. Yeah. And like it was just like it was giving me closure with the whole situation versus like because like you can't, I don't think that the ancestors would like tell me like directly like I got images that
No,
I can
they tell
remember back
you
to, but
directly. It's just that the
yeah,
language they speak in is different from the language you learn. So you just trying
for
to
sure.
relearn how to read the language that they speaking to you in, so you can clarify the message. It ain't that you ain't getting the message.
Right.
It's just that the message ain't clear because you still in training. Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah,
You're gonna learn it over time. It's gonna take some time. How long it's gonna take? However long it take. It's a process.
for sure.
And
Yeah. I trust the process. I recently my first book before I read Eckhart Tolle book was like The Field Guide to the Spirit World, and it was talking about like mental illnesses. It was talking about like a bunch of different stuff, but it was like my first like before I had my spirit. It was like before I had my Dark Night of the Soul or my whole awakening. It was like my first interest was just like I don't remember why. It was just a book I found on Audible or like the online bookstore, and it was my first like interest. So I guess that was just like kind of my calling to like because I don't really have um that much contact with the other side except my dreams are really like meaningful, and I like dream for like the whole night or whatever. But um basically like I tried to do like the pendulum or mediumship thing, and it was like too much fear. Like once I felt how big like I was or whatever, how vast like the void is, like it was pretty much a fearful thing to where
so
I just put it
the
down
fear
for the time
response
being.
in the
Yeah.
practice of the arts is for you to learn more about the art you're trying to practice. The knowledge
Okay.
is the only thing that's going to remove the fear. Once you understand the thing, you no longer fear it. You know,
Yeah.
and so you start off. You do not know what you do not know until you start learning what you never knew you didn't know. Right? Once that happens, you have to give yourself a time to go through the learning curve. Right? And every subject you're
Yeah.
gonna learn at a different rate. You're not gonna learn the history studies at the same pace as your medical studies or your legal studies,
Mhm.
right? Because they all come with their own discipline that need to be applied to that field of knowledge. You know,
For sure. Yeah. Because I'm doing a bunch of different stuff too. I'm doing like cardiology,
yeah. So
astrology, and all that.
when you're doing
Doing
multiple
like
practices simultaneously, that's called chaos magic because you're drawing from multiple places at the same time. And it becomes stronger when you understand what you're doing and you learn to compartmentalize it, right?
mhm.
And then when you get done with all of the practice for the day, learn how to unify them all to get an overall message. The practice is what develops the skill to perfection. I used to read my tarot in
Right.
silence. Anybody know
Magic.
I was reading tarot cards? But I was reading the shit out them
Hmm.
motherfuckers because that was my training wheels for my control remote viewing and my psychic development.
For sure. Yeah. Um, but especially with like magic too, because I know it's something with magic that I'm supposed to be doing, and it's just something that basically through books I got absorb knowledge about it, but through practice it's kind of like a different story.
Well,
Like you got to practice with
magic is a
like
little
I just read
different,
about it all day.
right? So true magic
Yeah.
happens because you find love. It's part of a spiritual development with a mind heart connection. And the magic
Hmm.
is the side effect that comes with the love being genuine. That's what the feather is, the weighing of the purity of the intent, right? Now, if the
Hmm.
intention is in the heart, is as light as a feather, then the love is true. It can't override the system. It's perfect balance there,
No doubt.
equilibrium. All right. So at your age, you gotta not
Yeah,
put too much pressure on yourself to achieve too much in a day. Just know that when the time
for
comes,
sure.
if you keep studying and it comes the time you need to use what you've been studying, it's only gonna be that time because you prepared to use what you've been studying. Proper preparation prevents poor
For sure.
performance.
Yeah, thank you. That definitely gives me some hope because like I've started so many different magical practices or magical studies or esoteric studies, but practicing them hasn't really been a necessity yet. But yeah, when it comes time to it, I definitely have some
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
lined
this
up.
before I go to the next caller. Look up 8-point chaos star of magic. Type that in your Google, right? And
Appreciate it.
that's gonna give you pointers, literally.
No doubt. All
All right,
right.
all
I'm gonna
right.
let the
Peace,
next caller go.
God.
Appreciate it. Peace.
What's my
Peace, God.
what's up, brother?
You got it. You
I've
got
been
it.
on
What's on your
fire with
mind?
you for the last couple of years.
That's what's up. I be seeing you in the
Yes,
comments.
sir. You've been seeing me a long time. I just had to go through the name changes like you on this AI adventure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a great job, man. I just like I said,
Appreciate it.
I don't do interviews often, but it's much love with you, brother. I've gotten in arguments with people over you, trying to introduce me to you when I've been following you for years. Telling me how to understand Nicholas Shear and Tahuti. You understand that part?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. That's just like I said. I just want to give you some love, man. I'm glad you let me in. What's up? We can chop it up on that on the levels that we like to talk.
Oh, for sure. What's on your mind?
Man, I got eternity on my mind. I mean, we already
Well, I'm trying to get us there one day at a time.
man. All you gotta do is breathe, breathe, and just be. You know how we do. But you know, it's nice to finally get to chop it up with you. I don't chop it up often. Um,
Yeah,
man, so much blessings to you and everything that you're doing. You know what I mean? We've been fighting a good fight for a good minute now.
yeah.
Take this.
Man,
Uh,
I had to get past a lot of people that thought I was insane that hadn't seen my receipts.
they called you the same. They called me the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what?
I wasn't tripping because my mama told me they was gonna do it. So when they did, that is let me know I was doing exactly what she
One of the
told me.
first things you ever learned was sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah, it ain't the name, it's the motherfucker that wear the name. That's the problem.
it's the motherfucker that's saying the event for free. You know what I mean? Can't
Mm-hmm.
nobody kick your ass better than you. You know what I mean? And as we expound that love, know that everybody that came against us is their own best ass kicker. You know what I mean? They kicking their own ass real good. It looked good on them too. They beating the shit out themselves. You know what I mean? It's great to see you, my brother. Like I said, you know, I get to see you spread the love, and you know, I can articulate it, but I don't choose to go that path that you have walked. And man, your wings are sitting real good on your back. You know,
Working on it.
man, you ain't working on this already. The gods are here. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everybody is talking enough shit. Don't be scared now. You know what I mean? We here. And yo, so have you ever watched the Big Head Scientist in the past?
What is it? Animation or something?
It's an animation that was made by some others, but they speak about Jaku and then the evolution of Yashma. the magnets. The
I know, yeah. I know, yeah. I did a whole video, young elder, couple of them, tracking them across the world. I know they
well,
is.
you know that all the leaders that we have studied, right, they all knew about Jaku. And they used that divide and conquer tactic against us. Agreed? They, at the time of 26,000 years ending, you know, that so our galactic council, you know, they said that there would come a time of the opposite of what Jaku was, which is Yashma, which in turn, I guess we call it other things. So now
Jaku, listen, Jaku means supplanter.
Mhm.
Come to undermine the original,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And so when he come to undermine them, he came with a story to tell.
His 6,000 years are over. It's 26,000 years ago. He's only got 6,000 as he filtered us out, the Ebonite tribe.
Right. Because in the war between gods and men, when we went nuclear before, now we got to do it with raw intellect and truth. We ain't allowed to blow the world off out of into oblivion no more. We've done it one too many times when we got too much attention from places that didn't need to be bothered with
It
us.
affected too many beings, you know what I'm saying? And they got to play with some energy and power. Like I said, that's in our cathedral, that's in our body, because our body is the central nervous system of all this. You know, people don't understand that we were allowed to be at this level at this time of date. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the calendar don't exist because we're adjourning with just that evolution of it. But I think everybody's going to the pool right now. Everybody's in their stomach. And I think everybody's feeling it on another level. I mean, we got this
I seen more progress in the last 2 years than I did the whole 30 years prior.
Come on, man. Yeah. and even, but the thing is, why was they throwing sticks and stones and calling us names for being smart? You know, it's hard being a black man being smart when mother's the God and she don't know which path to go for. We're here to bring
Listen.
back. Forward. There's a lot of sticks and stones that had came at your head this last 3 years now.
Oh,
3 years now.
yeah.
I don't count the years. I just count the days. And when I spell days, I spell D-A-Z-E.
Yeah. It's a lot of minute days out there too.
Come on.
But look, I'm genetically engineered to kick ass and to take ass kicking. So however they want to do it, I mean, I'm made for this shit. I'm built for this shit. I don't have to like it, but I'm built for it.
Something about Tylertown, Mississippi the other day.
Mm-hmm.
We have about 200 acres of land there. We're Blackfoot Indians. Teacher understanding the ethnicity of where you come from.
That's my grandfather was the high chief down there at the turn of the 1900s.
Come on, man.
He died in, I think, 66, 67, right before I was born. But my grandfather was the medicine man and the high chief. He was a Hezekiah.
Mm-hmm. It's time to bring everybody home, man. You know, with the land that we...
Oh, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. That's why I'm sending... See, I got to tell everybody which one of the chiefs is actually doing work trying to liberate us, man, and who the Fars is.
We got to rock. We got to kick it. And, I mean, we got some space. I mean, we got cows. We got food coming, you know.
Oh, yeah. We finna get rid of that beef shit, though. That beef shit is not for, it's not meant for human consumption.
My prize crop is over.
We finna go back to bison and elk.
Damn right. You know, I mean, our cows are fake. I love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you can have it. You know, but to go up, we gotta, you know, stomp our land back. A lot of people inherit their land and then they sell it quick as fuck. You know, they selling their land when they getting it through their family, and their family
But when it,
for hundreds of years.
yeah. So we get back to the land grants of the big mama houses, right? Right.
Yes.
It's gonna be a senior big mama out of every clan that's gonna represent a certain area of land. And she is the one who's gonna say how the land is allocated for the maintenance of the local community.
You,
Right. So we going back to that. Now all this shit paying motherfuckers not to grow the right food so you can pay a motherfucker to grow the wrong food
we don't
so
need
you
no.
can kill our. We done with all that. Oh, that's a wrap.
We don't need no.
All right, guys. I'm about to take another caller in. I'm gonna take about 2 more, then I'm gonna call it a night.
Blessings, man, and I'll link with you soon, man. Help us fix the land.
For sure. I'm working on it.
One love.
With love. One thing a lot of us get caught up in, and on the land is we want to get bitter, and exact revenge or block other people. That's not how Big Mama works.
Peace, Scott.
All right. Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty well. Where you at?
I'm in DC.
Oh, okay. So you see ain't a whole bunch of shit going on over there.
Yes, it is. And first I wanna give um thanks for all the work you've been doing. I'm a 7th grade teacher in DC in Southeast and at an all boys school. So a lot of the things that the information that you've been talking about. And it's funny because I get to teach my own lesson, my own curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from a Native perspective. And I just taught the boys about Chief Pontiac and everything. And we're talking about the Gullah Wars. But a lot of the information, I listen to you and I explore, like, okay, what am I, before I even start a lesson, like, those boys need to know. And just teaching them about whatever. But my question was, when I was younger, my grandmother, I remember she called me like the black sheep of the family, and I had got offended because, that seemed like a bad term. But me and her was real close. She basically raised me, and it's like she told me that her mother was Blackfoot Indian. And now listening to everything and getting back to everything and doing my ancestry and stuff, I'm just, it say that they are from like around Canada and stuff, but I'm finding also other information. And her last name was Bullock, but the further I go back, it's like Bullock, and then it's Bullock. It's different variations.
Right. Because their English was not a perfected language when they got here. American English evolved from what was known as Old English. Modern British or modern English over there is still different from American English. Right. So the trick comes in is the shapes of letters changed. In some places, S's look like F's and F's look like S's.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the shapes of letters change. This is just in the last 200 years. And so when we're looking at that information, we seeing name variants, names that's slightly spelled different, but all of the rest of the information is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's because they was trying. That right there is putting the mother back in her position. That's the only way you get that back. And this is why they keep saying if the great mother not placed back on her throne, there will be no balance. There's a certain energy when the mother is in mother mode. And that mother mode is what cooks the soul food. and practices the natural feng shui. She don't got no fucking OCD. She just exercising, living in that energy of the mother.
There's some OCD going on. Let me stop.
No.
Uh,
Men be OCD.
trying to look in the chat. You guys that have been putting questions in the chat that wasn't asked, when this gets saved, can you put it back in the comments or anything else that you guys, because it doesn't save since we're in Instagram world. If your comment or question wasn't, adequately addressed, when it saves, put it back in so we can see, because I'm trying to scroll down to see if anything else, because mini me about to get punched. And I don't do violence. She's just being a pain right now. She got sleepover.
Well,
I know. Yes, we're recording it. He'll record it. Yep. Stock up. Stock up, stock up, stock up. You got a little bit of time left, maybe a couple of days or hours. But the pole shift ain't no joke. That's separate from whatever this military tribunal, everybody get on lockdown type of, you can't go nowhere, so have some stuff at home to eat.
Yeah, so a guy just asked a question in there that says about I don't know who he talking about. He said, would he be able to use 2022 for he said, correct, to be able to use 2022 for a manifestation. But 2022 is the year of manifestation. He put that in the question, and all of the stuff we working toward now is about to flip. But the biggest portion of it is not going to be seen until close to summer of 2022. Like, there's going to be some shocking events. But by the time summer get here next year, we should be having national parades with free food all over the land.
Yeah, Freedom Day. Freedom Day is, I've seen that word float around, so that is a definite. So that's why I keep interjecting the damn cookout planning. I already found the castle. Need some caterers, party planners, decorators.
You ain't see the post I posted
Travel
about.
agents.
Listen, you ain't see the post I posted about Canterbury Castle.
Well, let's have it in a couple. I don't care.
Hold on, listen. Canterbury Castle.
What's Canterbury?
It's the castle down the street from me.
Well, damn it, Rod. We can have it on 2 continents. I'm just saying. It's got to be for different places, and then we can televise it. But Freedom Day. I'm looking back. I'm trying to look in the comments. Yeah, stock up before Tribunal TV. And somebody said hours. I said yes, because Mr. Poole has been dropping right around this time between now and the 29th. Maxwell, her case ties to so many important people. The banking system. I think it's the CEO of Barclays. It's a lot of big names of people that we don't know, and if stuff starts to leak out by the people that are listening to the case, they're gonna cut communications.
Mm-hmm. And they was sending. They got a lot of people that's from major banking corporations. They CEOs that was into child trafficking for money, and they was using large sums of money to
hit me up. Any decorators? I'm sorry.
Fund black operations in the background to get them more money by trading in the children. And we talking about international banks now, right? So now they already trading the child off his birth certificate and social security card. Now he kidnapped the child and sell the child on the back door channel in order to make a couple $100,000 a head more. Why is it a consistent number of children coming up missing from every land on the planet every year? It don't really go up or down. It's just like right around that number. But the population is steady booming.
Yeah, a lot of people see the 333. Yeah, y'all woke. Got y'all. Try to tell Rod about this. That's tomorrow. 333 is tomorrow.
And it's another 333 following that.
Yep. So I don't really see anything else, bro. What are these people powers are talking about if we are indigenous? The solar flare?
Yeah, they using those solar flares to soften y'all up for EMP or what's it, a CME.
Yes. But the biology and science of it is nothing for you to worry about if you have some melanin.
There's another question. Say, how do we find out what tribe we in? You get signals all the time as to what tribe you in. You just don't know how to read them. I was trying to do it, but I can't keep up because there's too many people that than I can keep up with, and then continue to keep knocking for these motherfuckers to produce the kings. So I haven't been doing any reading.
In addition, the most simplest way is, and we've gone through this, your ancestry. I mean, go back to elementary school with the family tree and your mama and daddy, and you keep going like Rod did this math about how many ancestors. Then you match it up to the timeline. You can look into your Bibles with your family births and deaths. You can pay for what is it, ancestry.com and get everybody, and it goes faster that way. The other way, obituaries. It's mad ways, and then your oral history, because I'm sure your grandma mama said we are so and so. They are right. You just need the documentation to tie it together. You will probably already know.
Yeah, but there be other clues that they don't know, telling them they from what their tribe is. Like it might be somebody that keep continuously seeing a certain kind of bird. But that be totem for a tribe that this is tribe. Like, why do I keep seeing the sparrow, or why do I keep seeing this bird, Or why do I keep seeing the owl? I don't know how they ever see. No. You see, and then you be dreaming about stuff too to tell you what your tribe is,
Yes.
right? And so, when you in your waking state, your subconscious remember because it was in your dream what your tribe was, and then they try to match what's outside. And this is why they teach you to not self-reflect, not look within for the answer. Because then you will start seeing what the answer is on your own. So self-reflection becomes shining the light inward in order to see outward. You can see your whole tribal um, alarm system that's laid out in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I could see a lot when I'm talking to somebody, and then their ancestor might tell me something to tell them, or might ask me something, or give me a clue. This is tribe, and they might show me like one dude came over from the Creek Indians, and we was talking. Nobody knew he was a chief. Nobody knew I was a chief, and we just having a conversation. I just flipped one word to him, and he nodded his head. And I'm pacing the floor because I'm getting all these downloads, and they hit me upside the head. Then he was with the Scottish dude, and the Scottish dude was from the Highlands, and he was a warrior that rode on a horse in the wars against the Catholic Church. So he was showing me the battles, and the shit. His motherfucking shit was so strong. I had a headache. I had to leave him out there. I had to go lay down. That motherfucking shit drained my ass for 3 days. But I had to answer the questions, you know. So they knew what to look for when they came. I had to have a signal out in the front of the house, which it was there. But we used to do that years ago. That means that we on the right channel. And that's how we used to link up. So then we started seeing all of the chiefs across the land, and it'd be more than you. When you having that interaction, they be chiming in and feeding information. It's right in the middle of the Wind Talker channel,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because you got 3 chiefs there now. Yeah, but this
Well,
that's
Rod, a lot of people that want to hit you up in the DM, for stuff. I gotta take mini me.
yeah,
So
that was all the information I had. That's why I gave a recap. So final recap in case
I hope
somebody
y'all
came
have.
in before the last recap and we out. So Kamala Harris is the president because Joe Biden has dementia confirmed by his family in the public domain. Because she is the president, she is the one responsible where the buck stops with her to produce the 3 kings. By putting her on notice, puts all of the other active leadership across the land on notice to do the same. It, we activate sovereign right, which is a superior law of the land. Supreme law of the land is the laws of nature. We are in this position because we are a product of Mother Nature as produced through the earthborn, which is the women that's tied to the land. And the women tied to the land is raising the matriarchy, and the have to come forth in order to secure the land, in order for them to produce the grand matriarch, in order for us to start to rebuild our communities. And then remember that we
And I
are.
would love to get them sovereign from people on other continents, especially the Caribbean,
Yep.
Africa,
So
all been colonized.
yep.
Your sovereign capacity
Look, all
is
they can say
important.
is they can push the same thing because it's all around the world is being activated the same way. When anybody support us, they also support their own sovereign right to reclaim the land from the colonizing invaders. We know who they are; it's not a secret. So we just got to stand up as individuals to support the general well-being of our entirety. So this keeps any one person from having all of the power and misusing and abusing the power.
Hello, is anybody home? You heard that?
Yep, ain't no one motherfucker bigger than the whole.
Hello, we're trying to get rid of that. And a lot of people don't like that we've been running into our own people. They still want the hierarchy. We're trying to kill that shit too. We're trying to kill religion. We're trying to kill it all.
Only reason why you have a hierarchy is for administrative purposes and to have the furthest reach across the land. But you don't have this political hierarchy of bullshit. Because everything is systems of checks and balances across the matriarchs. Like in everybody,
And like I say, yeah,
like
I've been learning my name only means steward, which is to assist, to serve. It's not above. That's like I gotta help. That's my job to make it sure that everybody gets and administers it. That's when we be talking about the clerk. So the clerk gonna administer everything so it's even. It ain't about like. So I hope we getting there. I hope this helps. I hope this really, really helps everybody. And Rod is gonna save it.
yeah,
Save this live. And if you wanna your question wasn't answered or you would like to comment, please put it back in because we can't see these comments after he saves this.
yeah. All right, let me know when you get done.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going in the city, but I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Y'all have a good night.
Peace out.
Peace.
Now, he telling y'all that when you hear the 8-tone, ain't nobody played the 8-tone since 1995 when he said that. Right? You gotta remember, that was 1995, this is 2022. Now remember, Malachi York turned out some of the most diligent researchers in the so-called conscious community. I call them the diet woke community. The Nation of Islam has some of the greatest and most perceptive speakers, but they still didn't catch it. They all got so far away from the culture that trying to get back to the culture, they chose the sides. You can't choose sides because when you choose sides, you can't see what's straight. And the only thing straight is straight up the middle is the truth, right? So, all of the diet woke community, y'all haven't produced the A-tone, right? That's how I know y'all diet woke and y'all not woke. So I'm going to send y'all the wake-up call. This is the A-tone I'm about to play, right? Ain't nobody done it yet. So maybe this might get y'all head out y'all ass and make y'all see what the fuck y'all being called for. Now, all these sisters been having ringing in their ear, right? Don't nobody know what it is. I told y'all the women are Tesla coils, right? So the A-tone, the only thing wrong with it right now, it's not pitch perfect. I'm going to play it for you, but it's not pitch perfect. I need an engineer that know how to modulate frequency because it's supposed to be, what's that frequency? 526 hertz. Make sure. I just want to make sure I got my hertz right because that's a critical. I can make a lot of mistakes, but this ain't one of them I got to make. So y'all got to give me a second to make sure it's 528 hertz. All right. So I'm going to play the sound. But just so y'all know, when y'all turn this to 528 pure creative sound, it's the sacred sound of the universe. This is that ringing that them sisters be hearing in their ears, and some of the brothers hear it too. But this ringing is not coming from inside you. It's coming from the center of the universe, what they call the black sun. And the more of y'all line up, the more people gonna be complaining about what the scientists call tinnitus, right? So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna pull up something else for y'all. Check this out. Because this is that sound y'all was waiting to hear. I'm gonna play it one more time. Okay, so I go here. Because this is that sound y'all was waiting to hear. And just to make sure they get 3 master knocks on it, we go one more time for the. So I go here. Because this is that sound y'all was waiting to hear. That's a 7-second clip, right? So that is what all of the Nubians had in their hands, and they didn't catch it. All of the Nubians had that. The name of the cassette or the audio disc it was on was called His Inner Feelings, right? They want to know why Baba wasn't out. Baba out. Y'all just ain't seen him because y'all didn't do y'all job right now. He just sitting back watching y'all infighting still and don't even know he out, right? He gave the message when the sister had the lawyer make a legal call for him, and he told y'all, and y'all still wasn't listening. That's how I know y'all not watching the long gun. He said, I have my release papers in my hand. In order for Malachi to get his, the L's became known as the Elohim in Hebrew, but they became known as Metaru and Kemetic. You know, he buffering. That's when you know the shit getting hot, when they start making motherfuckers buffer and shit. Okay, so by putting the ancient Egyptian holy drama together, the war between Set and Osiris, from which Osiris lost his life, and Set then had to fight his son Horus. This is called the holy drama, right? They call it the Book of the Dead. We call it the Book of the Coming Forth by Day, but it's none of that. It's really called the holy drama. It's a divine court case taking place between two rival brothers, and one of the brothers was married to the other brother's twin sister that he wanted to keep for himself. This unfolds the Cain and Abel story and the Esau and Jacob story. The redundancy of it shows you the pattern. So the story, so when they tell you Judas betrayed Jesus, Judas is Judah in Hebrew. It's not Judas. It's Judah. Right.
Yeah,
So what they talking about, Judah is supposed to have, the so-called Christ had a twin brother. It was Simon and Judah. But they telling you everywhere these words you read is the words of somebody named Jesus. And that's not true, because you got two different people talking with decisively different characteristics. But if don't none of us study forensic profiling, we'll never figure that out. And my dumb ass was just ambitious enough to study forensic profiling. Why in the fuck did I do that? I fucked myself. Now I can see this shit for what it is. And now I'm the only motherfucker that can see it. Now I look really crazy.
That's the mind. You look crazy to dumb people, though. Like, there are people who resonate with you who still don't understand your wherewithal, but they can feel what you're saying because they know it's true in their spirit. So it's like, everybody needs a teacher. You just need to be able to comprehend what he's saying or what she's saying.
That's why I got so many references. Like, people don't know that, because newcomers will come and they'll be listening there. That nigga just talking, but they ain't seen all the receipts yet. I done dropped so many motherfucking receipts. God
But that's how
damn.
people train to think.
I done gave motherfuckers the pages. I didn't even publish to put the pages in posts of books, showing people what I'm talking about. But the newcomer don't know. I'm talking now post after I done already gave the receipts. I gave the receipts in 2018. Everything I'm saying now, I'm saying it redundantly. I'm just saying the same shit over and over again. I'm talking about everything from cleaning your filters, aligning your chakras, grounding to the earth, to the spiritual baths, to the wake up, the enemy is at hand. This is where the motherfucker at. Don't take that bullshit, because these motherfuckers is lying to you, because they plan on rolling out a whole plan in the next 6 months, and 6 months later, here they come. We got to shut Earth off. Who the fuck turns the Earth off, the entire planet? Who the entire Earth off? Come on, man. They turned it off. The Earth had a big ass closed for business sign across that bitch when you pull up out of space. Closed. Nothing's moving. They literally closed Earth, man. Who got that kind of stroke? That's some stroke.
Yeah. It's not even that they have that kind of strength. It's the people that they're directing don't have the knowledge enough to know not to fucking follow it. Because we all have all the real power, so it's like if people conform, it's gonna work. Like, it's like we're the trendsetters, they're just the speakers. So it's like if you're gonna listen or revolt.
Look, somebody said I just started listening to you. I need access to the receipts. This is a sister. She got a Rod Hayes receipts page on Patreon. She took her time, took my videos, the books I referenced that's in PDF, shit's in downloadable format. She put in some work.
What's your Patreon name?
The Patreon page is Rod Hayes Receipts.
Write that down there.
See what she got? RHC. That's for the newcomers, because somebody has been on my. Okay, so once I get done doing this, I'm gonna be on hiatus for about 6 months when this shit blow. While I'm on hiatus, I'm gonna download all my content on Facebook and Instagram. I gotta fight them for my other page that they closed just to get the content. Each one of them posts is going to be a pamphlet. So you see with the timestamp and date and where it was posted at, all that's going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't know the level of receipts I had to produce to be able to talk to people like I'm talking to them now. I had to prove to a whole lot of people that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because if I can't prove it, and I'm telling y'all that the most traumatic thing I've discovered was the white man ain't white. That fucked me up. The black nobility,
Yeah. So imagine about somebody who doesn't have the
yeah,
knowledge.
but the whole point being is they come in on the news, they never know how traumatic that was because some of the people
Yeah.
was watching when I made the final link on the video back in 2018. Right then, I got to hesitate how I handle the Moors because it's a bunch of good dudes that went in there to overthrow those motherfuckers.